What's going on, guys? Do you like my background? It's I did a little bit of reno, so it looks pretty nice now. I haven't finished, but we're getting there. I will be doing a desk/stream room tour in the future, and we've also been doing one for Jacob as well, but he's still setting up his. But he's got some pretty cool stuff at his house that I want you guys to see. And maybe you can get some inspiration from. Today we're going to be explaining why you should buy an XLR microphone. But first, thank you all to those that have subscribed and supported the channel. In 2 short months, we have hit 20 subscribers and we just tipped over 1,000 views. Let's hope that October we can double those numbers. But we'll see how we go with that and see if we actually upload in October. But without further ado, let's just jump into it. Intro. So ultimately this will depend on your needs. I know that sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but if you're streaming a podcast or video with multiple microphones, then having a USB, then will be USB, will chew up a lot of your bandwidth, and you also do require a PC around. You can't really record from microphone to some recording device. You need some sort of PC involved. The other thing is you're going to have to deal with so many issues when it comes to USBs and the ports. For example, Misfits, they use 4 or more SM7Bs in their podcast, and that wouldn't be possible with just them all being USB instead. This is because you have to deal with USB bandwidth, and on older devices and laptops and stuff like that, that might be an issue. And say if you're using a Mac with USB-C, those hubs are going to have a lot of bandwidth going through them. They can overheat, they can drop out, they got heaps of issues with them. And you're also going to have to deal with USB drivers. So computers do have a limit of how many drivers they can do. And if your device was to disconnect and reconnect, you're going to have to deal with either the device not connecting and reconfiguring. Personally, when I have recorded with USB mics before, if the mic was to unplug and then re-plug in, you have to go back in, make sure you've set it up and turned it all on. And that's a huge problem, especially if you're recording a long episode and you didn't realize. However, on the other side of that coin, if you are shooting, a small setup, you're just starting and you can't afford to, buy 7 different, secondary and tertiary items to record a video, that a USB mic actually is pretty beneficial. It means that you don't have to buy a mixer or USB interface to plug into your computer or recording device to record to, which can save you $200, which that brings down your budget and also your gear overhead. If you're doing run and gun sort of style stuff where you're constantly moving around stuff, having to set up that mixer every time you want to record is kind of frustrating. And speaking from experience, I'm too lazy to do that, which is why I'm recording in this today, is because I couldn't be bothered setting all that up. Overall, it's basically a waste of time to set up and pack down all this gear just to record your microphone in a nice sweet audio sense. I can't be bothered carrying my MG10XU up and down stairs, so that's why I'm recording here today.
When she says size doesn't matter, she's lying. But this is a known fact. With USBs, you're limited to 5 meters before you have to either boost it or just give up and try something better, like XLR. XLRs work over much longer distances, I've run XLRs 100 meters before. I've never tried running a USB 100 meters, but I'm pretty sure it won't work. The other thing is, XLR cables are thicker, a bit more durable, less likely to break. I've had hundreds of USB cables fail on me from my Xbox controllers, all of that sort of stuff. So you're paying for a bit of a premium quality. XLR is also a balanced cable, so it's very good at stopping outside noise. If you've got dodgy wiring in your house or you're in a thunderstorm, it just cancels it out. It's quite interesting. I'll have to explain that in another video. XLRs are extremely versatile, so you can use them in a whole range of things. People use them in film and television, we use them in live events, you use them for streaming, you can use it for podcasting. USBs are kind of restricted. Like, I work in the entertainment industry as an audio engineer and lighting designer. I've helped mic up 80-piece orchestras. Sometimes you've got 100 plus microphones on stage. You'd never be able to do anything like that with USB. XLRs are also great. The microphones can be small. You can get really small mics, choir mics that are like the size of your bloody thumb, and they're pick up everything. They got like a super cardioid pickup pattern. They're really good. You put two on a choir and you hear everything. You can't get USB mics that small. At least I've never seen any that small. XLR will scale with you. If you're a beginner streamer or podcast and you've got a 2-channel USB interface, or a mixer like the Yamaha MG10XU, you know, you got room to expand a bit, but you can upgrade. You can get 24 input channels. You can even expand up to 64 with digital mixers. XLRs also work with cameras, so, you know, a lot of the mics that they use to shoot movies and all of that stuff, they're used with XLR mics. And they can be plugged directly into a camera or recorded independently. So the Deer, he started off with the AT Audio-Technica 2005 USB, but it also is XLR. So if you want to use it at home, you can just plug it in with a USB cable, you don't have to stress. But if you want to use it in an outside environment and you want to XLR everything, it's got XLR on it as well, so that's really good. It's flexible. With USB mics, they're usually pretty limited. Most of the time, they're just designed to sit on your desk. You know, for Skype, people use them for Skype or Discord, all of that sort of stuff. And their kind of application's very limited. So you can stream a podcast with them comfortably, but you know, if you've got more than 2 mics or you need more than 2 mics, I'd steer very far from USB. Especially if you're trying to do a nice setup, you know, running USB more than 5 meters. Having USB hubs, all of that sort of stuff's just a pain in the ass. And with how flimsy USB cables are, you know, you never know it's going to die on you. If you're streaming or podcasting, you don't necessarily want a condenser microphone. There are other options, XLR options like the Rode Pod mic, but if you want to find out more details about that, go watch our Rode Pod mic video, which will be linked down below. But hey, do what you want. I'm not your mum. However, if you want to ask me what I'd use for streaming and podcasting, it'd be XLR. You want to know why? Because it's better in every way. It scales with you. You can run at longer distances, the cables are more durable, and XLR gives you into XLR opens up a world for more opportunities, different mics, different scenarios, both for live sound, post-production events, streaming, podcasting, everything you can think of. There's an XLR and a microphone that'll do you dirty, but in a good way. That's all from us. If you found this video helpful, please like and comment below. You get me? You think I'm stupid innit? Like this bloody video? Fucking hell, mate. To help us with the algorithm.
But seriously, share this video to your significant other to help with the YouTube algorithm. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!